Hello, this is Nathan from Access TV, and I'm here with Dave.
Hello.
And Rob.
Hello.
And we are going to do one video each, 3 videos about our respective games of the year, in which the person whose game it is will talk us through a particular part which sort of symbolises, characterises why that game is their choice of 2012 for the best game of 2012. And we're watching Rob play Journey. Rob,
Which
so
is
you can...
unbelievably good, and I've chosen this section because I think it just perfectly encapsulates the joy of playing through this game. And without wanting to sound like a completely pretentious idiot, Journey is a game that takes you on not just a physical journey to the top of that mountain that you have to get to, but also a journey of visuals and music and emotions, and this is like the joy bit of the game.
Yeah,
there's a bit after it that kind of goes into despair, and then there's kind of
Well, you've
sorrow
actually
at
thought
the end,
about what
and then
you're
there's
saying.
exhilaration at the end as well. But this bit is absolutely my favourite bit of the game. I've never felt such an emotional connection to little rags of red carpet before.
Isn't it with
These little sand dolphins that I like to call them, that you have to follow.
all the things that you can do in games these days, and I loved, we're going to see what my game of the year is in another video, it's Dishonored, and all the things that you can do in
Spoiled.
games, and sorry, but just this game reminded me, because I love this game too a lot, and the really simple pleasure of moving, and the grace with which he sort of slides along the sand, my god, the sand, or moves with these creatures and flies through the air, and he's such a dignified character. There's something really basic, and I don't necessarily, I mean I do, but I don't necessarily need guns and shooting.
I think also it's like an incredible example of how a story can be told without dialogue, and just through very little really.
Without a tutorial. There's a little tutorial at the start that shows you how to move the camera and how to press circle to do your little characters. What I'm about to do now. Just a little warbling cry that wakes up these little bits of...
I never really understood the sort of the energy. I mean, look at the way the light moves off the sand, it's amazing. But I never really understood the energy transference, the way that you wake things up. But that came quite intuitively. But there was something really sort of basic and primordial about it. It just seemed like I've discovered this innate power, which, just seemed right. It was amazing.
It's a wonderful world as well. It feels for me a lot like Shadows of the Colossus, where you're in this world and you don't really know what it is, you don't really know what's been there, but the mystery of it is kind of like what makes it magical.
There's like a nobility to the whole place. I totally see what you're saying with the comparison there. We were just talking about the main character, and we've been talking quite high-mindedly about everything. We were wondering whether he had arms, or whether indeed it was a he at all.
And we've decided that it doesn't matter, because look at that.
But I think unlike, there is a serious point behind that
There wasn't.
No, but I think but there is now. But just one of the great things about the game is the animation and the of the main character, and the sense of personality you get from what is a very shrouded and mysterious figure. But there is
And also the music. Just listen to the music. It's wonderful.
and this is the level with the most just plain movement, right? We're basically slaloming down a big sandy mountain.
Surfing down a massive sand dune, yeah. There's a very specific bit coming up, which is for me my gaming moment of this entire generation.
The colours are so rich.
Here it comes. It's just amazing, look at that.
Yeah, that is good.
All I'm doing is holding left.
How are you feeling about your choice at this moment, Dave?
You're feeling wrong, aren't you? You're feeling incorrect.
I agree with everything you said. I think Journey is a fantastic game. It's
Just doesn't have tigers.
I don't know if you've sold it to me by saying I'm just holding left. That sounds
Well, that doesn't really explain what he's feeling.
No, that's true. That's true. But I know, I think what you said as well, Nathan, about the colours. The whole game has got this amazing sort of colour palette that sort of develops as well. The desert, look how they've changed the desert here, just fantastically. The sand's like a sheet of gold now. But the later levels, the sort of, you feel how you manage to feel underwater.
And here we go, here's the kind of bit where you're like, oh, there go all my friends, and your poor little man woman, Wisp, just falls.
And now we're into the
And,
despair.
then, and that your kind of whole approach to the game just shifts immediately. You kind of go from that incredible elation through all that sun, and you're thrust into this dark, foreboding underground cave where some kind of like horrible mechanical dragon-like creatures appear again, which are given no explanation. Which
It is
adds
sort
to
of
their horror.
gameplay at its very best and most basic, really, which is fantastic.
Purist.
Just you just arrive on a world. There's a mountain with a light on the top, and that's it. You're heading there.
Just the shot of the as you were falling, and you sort of the shot of the. I think it looks like Aztec or Incan like.
You never get explained
city
what
behind
these
you.
big white creatures are either.
I really enjoy that because you do get a sense of the story, but at the same time
It's a
there's a
mystery.
fantastic sense of ambiguity.
Enigmatic murals as well. My theory is that obviously each little red man, woman, has to make a pilgrimage to that mountain,
And then
and they ascend, and then the next one will come along, and
do the
I
same
think they
thing.
turn into those little kind of wisps of carpet that you meet. I think
Yeah.
might be the
That's-
souls of the people who previously made the journey. And also we haven't
Helping
talked
you
about how
along
you
the
can
way.
meet other people online as well, which
I
is an
know.
amazing thing you can do in this game. In a world of loneliness, when you see someone else.
Well, it's the whole thing about there not being any, because there's no talking in the game, so you don't miss the fact that you can't talk to people. You can only communicate through.
Well, I don't like talking to people
Emotion.
anyway, Nate. So this is another reason why this is one of my favourite games.
No, what I was going to say about the city and everything is just that it's still a small game and it's a downloadable game, and it does so much with so little, and it does it just through, brilliant design, evocative design, really, and like just so much character and intelligence in everything that the game does. It's lovely. How long are we going to play this for? How long are you going to go through?
I think we'll probably end it here.
Fade to Black.
Yeah.
Well, you've made a good case, Rob.
Yeah, that was a good
Absolutely.
game.
But,
Rob likes something pretty and nice. Shock.
Yeah. Well, he doesn't have to talk to anyone.
Cool. Well, do check out our Dave's video and my video, links for which will be appearing on your screen now above the head of that man.
Just know that I am correct.
But also know that Rob is correct, says Rob.
We'll see.